Let's take a look at Misen new knives. They call them 2.0. I decided to go for smaller Bunka. They call it 6-inch Bunka knife because I have a lot of big chef knives already. And let's see what changed. Let's compare it to the previous generation, and I will give you my feedback on what I see versus what I like. Again, what I see, what I like, what I don't like, and again, confirming their claims and so on. So I will not be doing like a cutting test with this knife. It will be a gift to my daughter. So let's just do like a first impression video here pretty quick. So first impression which I got from this knife is that it comes a little bit dirty in the box. I have stains here. The knife had stains like someone was touching and or wiping it. So pretty bad first impressions from like, wow, it's a brand new knife, brand new production. Is someone already returned it and then I'm getting it again? I don't know, hopefully not. But the knife itself, the way it's ground, I checked at the edge, I checked everything here. Everything is executed really, really well. So first of all, what I like from the changes, they put the steel markings here. So they say Akuta 440 Japanese steel, HRC 57/59. Again, for someone who is not choosing the knife, knowing the steel and so on, someone who's getting the knife, for example, to sharpen or buy secondhand, that's very important because the previous generation knives, they literally had no information of what it is. Some of them didn't even have a Misen logo on here, just those dots. So you can not even look for for this information online. So that's what I like. Misen logo here, information about the steel. Also, those numbers, I guess those are production times and maybe models. So 2511 5.2, 2511, that's the month, right? So that's what's happening right now. So I think it's very, very recent production knife. So comparing to, let's talk about steel since we're talking about this one. So in knife world, in knife geek world, the previous generation steel, AUS 10, I think from independent tests, it has a little bit better performance, a little bit better edge retention comparing to Akuta 440, but not a big difference. Akuta 440 is the Japanese enhanced version of typical cutlery 440 steel, which was known for many decades already, and it's probably the best in those series of 410, 420, 440 steels with a different letters with them. So it should have a decent edge retention and it should have a better stain resistance comparing to AUS 10. I had a chef knife, Misen chef knife, to sharpen from somebody else who did not care as good as I care about my knives, and it did had spots. I had to kind of like wipe those spots. So, and also this knife, this is my knife. I never dishwash it, always hand washed. I see that it has some kind of like a, I don't know, a not clean type of a layer here. It's not a problem, it's still good steel. I like it. It's good to sharpen, holds the edge quite well, and so on. So we'll see down the road how this steel performs. I don't expect it to be a downgrade. It's just a little bit different. Hopefully it will be better from a stain resistance point of view. Polish on this blade is very, very like a high grade polish, almost like polish, I should say. It's satin finish, but feels almost like polished. That's what I typically don't like on the knives. I like the medium type of satin finish on them. So anyway, we'll see how this performs. From the execution point of view, everything is rounded quite well. Here on the heel, around the bolster, on the handle, no gaps. Again, better transition from a spine of to the bolster comparing to the previous generation. It's like good, but not the best transition. Again, as I said, no gaps, no fillers, very similar design, maybe a little bit different angles. It feels good in the hand. Those rough transitions, rough edges are gone. They all rounded, so this is good. One thing which is not chamfered or rounded is, on this specific model, is this portion. So there's a little bit of a rough things here. So spine is rounded, literally rounded. I personally don't like it. I think for this knife it's okay, but for the full-size chef knife, the spine should not be rounded, because I would want to use the spine to mince garlic, or even like maybe break the bones in the chicken, I don't know, beat on the meat. So some of those jobs you can do with a rounded spine and a bigger knife, but for example, mincing garlic, this will not work. So, as I said, for this model, I think rounded spine makes sense. You just will be maybe like moving veggies on the board with this, but for the chef knife, I would prefer definitely like a straight spine, not rounded. Edge. Usually I see very good edge on Misen, thin grind, like on this one. This one looks like even thinner. Very, very thin grind. Edge is not perfect, but very good. So I see a little bit of the grind issues in this area. And on the tip, all good. Burr, non-existence virtually. A little bit, I see a little bit of a burr around the tip here. You won't be able to see it through the camera. It's literally like a nitpicking. For the edge, I'd say 8, 9 out of 10. So pretty good. But I've seen better from a factory, of course. Sharpness, of course, is good. Don't worry about it. What I don't like about this knife, I don't like the balance. Look at this. So because it's a small blade, but the handle is the same size, the balance is way further out on the handle. Yes, you still can handle this very well because it's a small blade, but again, the balance point is far off. On this knife, the balance also is a little bit on a handle heavy, even with the big blade, but not that far off, so manageable. Other than that, I like what I see with the improved version of Misen Knives. I think it makes sense to buy their knives, good priced. You can always get some sort of coupon code discount for them. Find promotion, seasonal, for example, like right now. So I always recommend them. Again, I welcome some changes. For example, steel, I will be good to see good execution of the bolster area, but in general, rounded spine for the big chef knife, not something I like. So that's it. That's an update from my side about new knives from Misen. I did get with them with the knife just to get like something extra with the free shipping. I got the thongs, pretty good one, big. I got two of them with the silicone tips, so we'll use them for cooking. A little bit heavy, but that's fine. For thongs, they say dishwasher safe, which is good. They just come in a packet. For the knife, Misen does decent instructions on how to hold, how to care for the knife. Don't put in dishwasher, don't soak it, don't store unprotected. So they would recommend some sort of a sleeve or sieve for storing. I agree with all of that. So yes, they care about the products. They try to make them as good as possible. I appreciate it. I usually recommend it. Yeah, that's my review with the new updated not chef, Bunka knife from Misen. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.